Hello everyone, welcome to the class. I am your computer teacher. Today we are going to start our next topic, that is flowchart, from the 4th chapter, Algorithms and Flowcharts. Next topic is flowchart. Flowchart is a graphical representation of the steps that are included in the algorithm to solve a particular problem. Students, we are making an algorithm to solve a particular problem. So in that algorithm we have to specify the steps, and that steps, when we are representing that steps in the form of diagram, that is called flowchart. So drawing a flowchart for an algorithm is called flowcharting. It's a graphical representation of the problem, how to solve that problem. Why we use the flowchart? Because it's very easy to show the picture rather than to write 1,000 words for that. So what are the different symbols that are used in the flowchart? This is a symbol, that is start and stop box. This is used for the beginning and the ending of the flowchart. At the starting and at the ending we have to specify this symbol. Second is input output box. This box is used for accepting the inputs and displaying the result, giving the output of the program. Third one is processing box. This is used for writing the processing instructions. It means whatever the calculations are there, we have to write the calculation in this box. Next is decision box or condition box. Whenever we want to check the condition, whether it is true or false, whenever we have to take the decision, then this box is to be used. Flow lines. So these lines gives the direction in which the control of the program is moving. Yes, from which step you have to move to which one step. These lines are telling the direction. Then connectors. These connectors are used to connect one part of the flowchart with the another part. Next up, what are the features of the flowchart? Every flowchart has a one end or one stop. Yes. Second is the direction of the flow should be from the top to bottom or from the left to right. And we have to use the flow lines without crossing each other. There should be no flow line that is crossed to each other. If the flowchart occupies more than one page, then we have to use the connectors to connect that flowchart to show the direction of the flow of the information. Now this is the example that is showing the flowchart to make a tea. As we have told about the steps to make a tea, so just by putting the start button, then after that we have to take a pan, water, sugar, tea leaves and milk, that are the inputs. And in processing box we have to put pan on the gas burner and pour water into it, turn on the gas, then put some tea leaves and water boils, add sugar and milk. After processing, take off the pan, and at the last sieve it in a cup and serve the hotkey. That is the output, so it is in the output output box, and this is the stop symbol. See students, these are the processing steps, so these are under the processing box. This is the input, this is in the input box, and this is the output, that is last T, so this is inside the output box. Here the another example, algorithm to find the greatest of two numbers. So firstly we have to start the flowchart, read the number A and B. If we know the two numbers, then we can find the greatest. So then this is the decision box, that is checked, is A equal to B? If yes, then print both the numbers are equal. If both are not equal, then we have to check A is greater than B. If yes, then A is greater. If no, B is greater. So here we have to take decision, so that's why we are using decision box. And at the end there is only one stop. If B is greater, then it is stopped. If A is greater, then it is stopped. And if both are equal, then it is stopped at the one end. What are the advantages of the flowchart? First one is communication. Its pictorial representation provides a better communication because it's very easy to understand by the pictorial representation rather than the step-by-step representation. Second one is effective analysis. Students, if we have anything in the picture form, then we can easily analyze that in the detail. Yes, proper documentation. Flowchart is used for the program documentation also. Whenever it is needed, we can check from the documents to solve any particular problem. Efficient coding. Actually, flowchart acts as a roadmap. Roadmap means it gives the layout of the program. So it's a roadmap for the programmer. It gives the layout of the program, how the programs is to be executed and what are the steps required in that. So it gives a clear idea to the programmer to write a program. Proper debugging. Debugging means removing the errors from the program. So using flowchart, we can easily detect and remove the errors from the program. Last is efficient program maintenance. Maintenance means after the working जो आपकी repair होती है machine की, that is called maintenance. So program की maintenance is very easy with the help of flowchart. So programmer को more efforts put करने नहीं पड़ते अगर उसके पास flowchart है to maintain that program. What are its disadvantages? First one is if your program is complex, then flowchart is also complex. Yes. Second is alteration and modifications are difficult because when we have drawn the flowchart once, then after that if you want some modification, then you have to redraw it. Third one is reproduction. There are many symbols that cannot be typed, so we have to reproduce the flowchart whenever any problem is there. That is a very big problem, to redraw the flowchart again and again if our conditions are not satisfied. Thank you students. Goodbye. Take care.